So now you have used your account or my account and logged into the LearnLink. If you scroll down at the right side here, you can find that essay TfEL-Compass. You need to call them or contact them and ask to get your password. There's no way to get in there unless you have your school password. And then you put your details, like this is not working here. And now I'm going into the LearnLink. Okay, so now this is the compass. And as you see, there is a guide for both teachers and leaders. And you will be able to find, if you go by yourself, advice and videos on how to work on this. So you can actually be able to access it later by yourself if you wish to. And it is using that book we have all been said in a previous training, and it tells us how to use these domains for the personalized learning, and all the surveys, and how we can view the data, and how you can use polar maps and interpret your data. So all the information is there. The purpose of this training is to show you how to create first a survey, how to identify this polar map, and then how you can compare in a quality test your surveys with a teacher who is your friend, with a student, and see what's missing from everything. Or you can always do that as a team when you work in a professional learning collaborative community. So it has all the appendices and all the characteristics of the TOEFL, and all of these are incorporated to improve pedagogy. So I think it's an excellent tool that's working to the way we want to progress our learning. So if I go back there, there are some ways you can practice being observer, which is under construction, as you see, and there are other ways where you can go and try a short practice survey with all the possible roles. It's very quick. You can try that later. For the moment, I will click here. So this is how you go to the survey. You need to start the survey. Okay. And you need to use this pin in case you want to come back, or you can email yourself the pin so you never forget it, or you can easily retrieve it if you forget it. So you can use any email, so it's sending the pin, and it goes. You can choose what you are, and it's very easy. You can create open-ended questions. You can put your comments here. and you can go to the next. Okay, and this is how you're scrolling it. You have to go from not true, very middle, and very true. So I will have a range of everything. I'm not spending more time. I'm not thinking, I'm not reading, just to see how the tool works. So you can write something bad. I don't know what it says. And I'm familiar. Submit the survey. So you have to close your window. And you have to go back to okay, and you can see try the survey, and that's how the survey works. I will show you some of the surveys I have done in the past, and then I will say, and we can play with the trial one I created yesterday. For example, this is the one I said with my psychology class, and I try to use template 5, which has domains 2 to 4, in-depth analysis, and it can be multiple uses for my observer, for my students, for my reflection, for my line manager, for my trusted colleague. I have sent it only to my students, so I can only use this polar map, and this is what the results I got from my students. So the criteria I checked was 2, 3, 4 into 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can always see where you are, and this is the explanation. So this is the median of the responses. You see the range here. I have very high and very low responses. This is the lowest rating, and this is the lowest rating here in the way I was able to negotiate the learning. Of course, I can accept that. I can't negotiate the learning. Students are aware of this, says. But probably in other areas, you have to explain to the students that actually negotiate learning means how they choose their own assignments. You know that in year 12, we can't do that because they are pre-made and pre-approved. So we need to consider the section where the 50% of the rates fall. So it's a dark band. And you see if this is affirming us or it is offering challenges. So this is how you really can work on this. I would be able, if I have more reports, to compare by roles. For example, I would be able to compare my reflection and my students' reflection, see what I think, what my students think. It would be a double polar where I was comparing mine and students, but I haven't done mine at the time because the school wanted only the students' feedback. I didn't progress in that level. Probably I should have done it. I did it in another tool because I was practicing tools. Or if I had an observer, I could have compare me, what I was thinking, what my observer was thinking, what my students are thinking. And I can go even further, what my line manager is thinking, okay, what my students are thinking, and I could compare. That's the map we saw in the quality analysis. So if we go back to the trial now, I have already made a survey, this survey, and I have no responses as yet. I know that I have saved somewhere the passwords and I have linked them for you ready. But let's see that here I forgot them. I can go and access the codes and the URLs of my survey, and I can distribute them. At the moment, I have saved them in the classroom. So could you please open a classroom and enter this code? Okay. And you can, now you have joined the class, click the learn link, and you can use my password. Delete that password, please. And you can use my password to access the learn link, so you can see how we work on that. Okay. I'm going to share now with you this training. So I need to assign, so let's say you can choose whatever role you want. This is the code you need to click. For example, I'm using the teacher reflection, and you can use something else. Teacher reflection has to be done once. So when I told you here in the notes that this code, your login code, is the same here at the end. So if you choose this code, that means you're becoming an observer. If you choose the third in the row, you become my line manager. If you choose the fourth, you become a student, secondary student, and the other one, your observer. Can we please share everything so we can see how the data are created, and we can go very quickly. So I'm starting the survey, and we say Mel, you can say whatever you want, it does not actually. We just need quickly to do that so we can get some data. So let's do it quickly. Just to see how the data work. The students take a little bit longer because they need to so this is on answer have and follow. Now have submit. So I'm submitting, and if you submit your own, you will see that when I go back to my trials, we will be able to see and compare. Okay, so let me go back to the compass. My surveys, there is a trial, and if I see polar maps, I have already some which are mine. Yeah, I've done only negotiated the plan. So this is where my data are. Then I'm waiting your data, and then I can compare the roles, and I do quality tests. Yes, I can filter the roles according to whatever I want. Yeah. So these are the findings, and we'll see how I'm going to work that. So it can find, here's connected to everything, what the students should do, but I see too at the notes. Okay. I haven't checked 3, I haven't checked 4. Okay, and I can see the demographics, and I can go by males or females, or I can go approach the survey, how many agrees I have. So I'm cross-tabulating my data. Okay, so I can see the application survey, I have adults, I have years. If it's in an area, I can compare the data from all the areas. I can do cross-curriculum analysis. It's a very, very, very significant tool for in-depth analysis. And this is where we're going. So at the moment, we can start very softly. And in my surveys, I can create a new survey, and I can choose to put open-ended questions only my. So you can choose template 6, where I can have my own questions. I can put the survey name, and I can save it. Okay, I can have a start text, and I can have open-ended questions. Okay, so questions before the survey and questions after the survey. Okay, so what will be the question before the survey? What do you expect to learn in this lesson? Okay, and you can choose whatever is applicable. Okay, you may not have your line manager, so it's before the survey, and you save it. So you can have again create a new question, and you have to assign a role after the survey. Did you learn what you wanted to learn? Okay, after the survey, and you save it. And you can finish. Finish the survey, and you can send it. So simple. Hope it is what you wanted to see.